All right, we'll wait for Nancy to get on, and then we'll get to ripping. I guess I can light up some packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 boxes. Good morning, Robin. The great Robino. Let's get stack some packs while we're waiting for Nancy to pop on. Three stack. Give the box. Oh, he is alive. Sapphire Jesus is alive. I was asking about you earlier. I was like, where's Sapphire Jesus been? It has been. Like he disappeared on us. The holidays come and he just disappeared. Whew. I spent the last week with some wicked bug, but I'm coming back to life. I gave it to Rusty, so that's why I'm running solo today. I'm getting better. Though. I can here in about a week I'll be able to go to Seattle again, eat some gum. $2. Nancy's here. Okay. All right. Nancy, get your numbers squared away on that. On that Sapphire 3. Did that wind up balancing out? Yeah. No. Jesus, it seems like this year is hitting people later than normal. I don't remember. Let me check. I think it was 3. Jason. Oh, I didn't have breakfast, Nancy. Where's my breakfast? Let's see. Let me pull up the Sapphire. Allergies. Man, I don't know about allergies in the winter. It seems like everybody's getting the flu around here. I think it's just that time of year. It was warm in Oregon for so long. And then all of a sudden we just now got the cold, crappy weather. Sapphire 4. DoorDash. All right, let me get my gloves on, and let's get to ripping. Nancy, you ready? Let's go. He is. I just messaged Jason Glenn. He's okay. So Nancy's ready, so let's do it. All right, here we go. Enough about being cold and flu season. Let's get to it's Garbage Pail Kid season. It's GPK season. GPK season. At some point, I'll get my Whatnot show going. So will Jesus. Sapphire Jesus will get his Whatnot show going again. Jason Glenn, get your shit together, Jason Glenn. I've mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again. If you're ever worried that you're going to miss a break at Calvert Cards, all you have to do is sign up for Whatnot and click the bookmark of the break that you don't want to miss. And when I go live with that break, they will definitely alert you and say, hey, you're missing the break. What are you doing? Put the pipe down. Put the tailpipe down and come watch the break. So, because I get a lot of people, hey, tag me. Hey, let me know. Hey, this and that. It's like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'll pretend that I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it. Just letting you know. We're at a point with technology that all you have to do is click the bookmark on Whatnot, and when I go live, boom, it tells you we're live. I have like 200 plus customers. I can't individually tag everybody when I go live with breaks. And even like with this case where we were delayed on the break time, all you have to do is click that bookmark on Whatnot, and it'll alert you when we go live. So even like if something ever happens, like in this case, the bird shit flu happened or whatever flu it was. So there you go. 253A, 123 out of 150. What the Jason Glenn. Jason Glenn, you're a prime example. When Gizmo is humping your leg and you're wondering if the break has started or not, all you have to do is click that bookmark on Whatnot, and then when I go live, it'll go Jason Glenn. Um, I have a bad joke, but I'm not going to tell it. It's just a bad joke. But you know how to keep a puppy from humping your leg, Jason Glenn? I know you know. I know you know the answer to that one. 253A, 123 out of 150. 10 Trudy, 253A, 10 Trudy. Oh boy. Oh, what is that? Oh my goodness, what is that? What? I mean, I don't even know what that is. 236B, Sucking Sybil, 1 of 1. That's a 1 of 1. Sucking Sybil, just like that. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, man, I got these new glasses. See these new glasses, and they got this weird color on them. And I was like, I don't even know what that color is. I haven't seen it with my new specs. I haven't even seen that color with my new specs. 236B, Sucking with Sybil. That's back-to-back weeks. We've knocked down a 1 of 1 in Sapphire 4. James T, 236B, 1 of 1. Unreal. Unreal. That's a 1 of 1. Where's my little? I had a little stand to put those on. Nancy, that's an easy one to track. 236B, Sucking, or Rusty likes to say, Sucking Sybil. Sucking Sybil. He humps his toys discreetly. Man. What was that TikTok you put up of poor Gizmo? Poor Gizmo. Oh, well, I'll show you. I'll compare the colors. We're gonna get a rainbow today. So we're gonna get a red, fuchsia, and a 101, and I'll show you the colors. Let me get some more colors up here, and then I'll go over those colors with you. Black parallel, sushi kebab, 245A. The most. Okay, so here's the story with Sapphire 4, is there's only 100 1 of 1s. There's 100 1 of 1s. 245A, 135 out of 150. That's all they made. They made 100 1 of 1s. In one break, we pulled 3 1 of 1s. Now, in the last 24 boxes, this is 24 boxes, we've pulled 2 1 of 1s in the last 24 boxes at Calvert Cards. And actually, it's probably less than that because it was at the tail end of the break. That's an aqua blue, Lollipoppy, 223A, 24 out of 99. Lollipoppy, 24 out of 99, 223A, 223A. Let's go. It's true. Jesus, yeah, it is. That's one way. That's one way to tell. It does. Jesus makes a good point. Color wise, not as easy, but right there it does say 1 of 1. And I'll compare all three. So you can see there is a distinct difference in color. I even with my weird glasses on, when I saw that Sucking Sybil, I said, that's that unique Padparaja color that you just don't see in red. Like red really pops, like boom. And then the fuchsia will fool you to think maybe there's a chance, but at the end of the day, you kind of know it's not. But with the Padparaja color, it has a little different hue to it that you're like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That is a geriatric 239A, 73 out of 150. Yep, yep. Uh, but yeah, I'll go over. I'll show you the colors a little bit closer. I'll zoom in on those as we pull them. 239A, 73 out of 150. Yeah. You see, and when you're holding all three of them, it's a lot easier. Probably a little trickier over a camera if you've never held a 101 before. That's an aqua blue. John, 246A, 79 out of 99. 79 out of 99. But there are only 100 pads in Sapphire 4. There's only like 35 left. I think there's 35 left or so. 246A, 79 out of 99. 246A, 79 out of 99. 2 seconds. Two. All right, I'm back. Back. All right, so far we are 2 aqua blues, 3 blacks, and uh, sucking, a sucking 1 of 1. A sucking Sybil. A vacuum 1 of 1 has been knocked down already. Box 1, hit number 2, and it was a 1 of 1. That is, okay, here's the fuchsia. 249A, 49 out of 75, Manny Lenny. Okay, so with every release, they did pretty much the same colors. They just moved them around a little bit. With Sapphire 4, they cut out the yellows. They put the aqua blues out of 99. These are out of 75. So there's only 75 of this character that they made of this one. 249A, 49 out of 75. So, what do you want to see the color difference? The over the camera, it's tough to see the difference, but holding it, I can see. I'm looking at them right now, and I can obviously see a different color hue between fuchsia and a pad Paraja. But see, they're right there. That's probably the best over on the. See over there, the fuchsia on the right hand, 101. You can see that there's a difference in the color. But yeah, uh, I, they're well. I would argue they're not the same because I can see a difference in color, but they're really close. Um, the thing that the back, the backdrop, the background here on this card, certain ones like this one, they did all the same color. It's all pad Paraja color just because of the backdrop. This one has the darker one in the middle. Yeah, 236B. Oh yeah, there's been plenty of people that have said, and I don't think Topps has really listened to them. They were Topps. So here's the thing. Here's the with Sapphire 1, they had it right, and then they came out with Sapphire 2, and they added fuchsia, and people were like, "Why did you add fuchsia?" And the Captain Obvious on why they added fuchsia was because they wanted to print more of it, just like they did with Chrome. In order to print more of something, you have to put more chase cards in there. But that's what's weird about Sapphire 4. It's like Topps kind of figures it out, but they don't. And with Sapphire 4, they said, okay, people are complaining that we added a yellow and we added a fuchsia, and it's just harder to get the hits. So let's do 4 hits per box instead of 2. And it's like, no, dumb shits. Just cut out the yellows, the blacks, and the fuchsias and do 2 hits per box. like you did with Sapphire 1. And but it's hard to argue against what they did with Sapphire 4 because people like the 4 hits per box. So on one hand, I'm saying just do like Sapphire 1, but on the other hand, I'm like, okay, Sapphire 4, if you're going to do Sapphire 5 like Sapphire 4, 10,000 boxes, hit ratio really good, and no other break have I hit 3 1-of-1s in a break other than Sapphire 4. No other break do I hit a 1-of-1 as frequently as I do as Sapphire 4. So, okay, Tops, you screwed up Sapphire 2 by adding the fuchsia. You really fucked up Sapphire 3 by adding the yellow, the black, the aqua blue moved to 20. I just all the shit. You really screwed up Sapphire 3. And then Sapphire 4, you said, okay, we're hearing all this noise about how we screwed stuff up. Screw it. Here's 10,000 boxes and 4 hits per box. Go. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, okay, if that's what you want to do, we'll do it. And that's the exact same thing they did with the Disney release. See, look at this. The hit ratio is just ridiculous. We got a 1-of-1 and a purple out of 3 boxes. So I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about Sapphire 4, but stick to the script, Tops. Stick to the script. Sapphire 5 will be absolutely insane if they do it like Sapphire 4. Now, if they do it like Sapphire 3, I'm going to go down to Tops, down there to Mr. Fanatics. I'm going to take a hot stick, poke him in the eye a couple times. Just a couple, like 2 times, right in the eye. One eye, left eye, right eye. Say, what are you doing? What are you doing, fuckdard? You had it right with Sapphire 4. Why we being a jacknob with this one? 238A. That's a 5 out of 10. We're well on our way to a rainbow. We just started. Just like that. So, yeah. No, it's just like, there's no rhyme or reason. They could have done Sapphire 4 just like Sapphire 2, and people have been happy. They could have done a lot of things. They could have put the series together like they did with Sapphire 1 and 2 as well, but they didn't. But anyway, it's still I would still argue. Yes, sir. You always ask, Angelo, like you don't know. Angelo, you always ask like you don't know. I'm starting to believe you know. I'm starting to believe you already know. All right, here we go. One day, it will not be. One day, Angelo. That'll be George. One day it'll be Angela. It'll be who's that? And we'll say you, Angelo. It's you. It's you. Yes. 7 and 8 would be 6. If they did it as OS 7 and 8, 219A, 148 out of 150. I think that's an orange. Look at that. Every box has had an upper. Every box has had an upper. Look at that. 229A, 20 out of 25. Claire Astaire. Claire Huxtable. Yeah, it would if they did Sapphire 5 with OS 7 and 8, 229A, 20 out of 25, that would be wow. That would be really close to Sapphire 2. Really close as the best Sapphire breakable product that they've released. Just with the hit ratio and the characters and all that stuff. I just think it would go down. It would go down like that. Sapphire 1's always going to be the best of the best, but it just doesn't hit very well. Sapphire 1 is a struggle. Shoot, Josh Myers gave me some stats the other day that I was like disgusted by. I was like, Josh, come share those with me again. 221B. Like, Scott, you haven't hit a pad in 2 years in Sapphire 1. And I'm like, geez Louise, Josh. Why do you have to remind me? Shrill Jill. 32 out of 150, 221B. But with Sapphire 4, we hit one every other week, it seems like. Yeah. Well, they've been doing that. They did it with the Disney. They did the 4 hits with the Disney, which is pretty cool. There is, see, that's a cleaner version. That's a cleaner version of a fuchsia. You can just see a little a hit, a different color. There is a difference. It's just it's not easy to detect. It just isn't. Nora. And to make things even more confusing, in the middle of them releasing the fuchsias, they then released a pink missing hit set from Sapphire 1. That is a 215A, 62 out of 75. I normally am not this nasally, but getting over something. So for those that are kind of new to listen to me, don't worry. Next week, I'll be a little less, and we'll be well on our way. I'm not, this is like Michael Jordan in the flu game. This is like that. Yes. That's how I compare me to breaking Sapphire 4 as Michael Jordan in the flu game. Right off the bat, a 101 in box 1. You know we're going to get a red. This will be a rainbow. This is the Michael Jordan flu game right here. You saw it first. You were here. You were here for the flu game. 222B, 53 out of 75. Loose stools. 53 out of 75. I'm just happy to have the fancy one. 222B, 53 out of 75. Just happy to have the fancy one here. Breaking alongside me. Well, she's not here in person. She's like, there's not a mask. There's not a full body mask for that. But she is tracking Sapphire 4 with me. There's another orange 233A. 233A. 1 out of 25. Another one. This time out of 25 on the 233A. And that would go to the only gator in the bunch. The alligator. 233A. Exotic Reef Life. Right there. Exotic Reef Life. So far, every box is just producing some Mappas of purple, a 1 of 1, 2 oranges. Let's go. I would ask Ryan Harris. Rhino Dino, what kind of sketches are you putting in Chrome 7? I'm guessing they have to be Chrome 7 characters. I can't imagine they do a Chrome 7 release and then ask the sketch artists to put sketches in there, and the sketches are all of like OS 1 and 2 characters. That wouldn't make any sense. I would hope that it's all OS 7 characters. And then the new art. Hopefully they got some cool new art coming out. David Gross or whoever's making it for Chrome 7. 211B, 98 out of 150. You know how to keep Gizmo from humping your leg? You show him a Coy Roy. 98 out of 150. That goes to Gizmo. Gizmo. Little treat for you. Little biscuit. And that is unbolted. 256B. 55. Oh, Eric Carlson. We got your 55. Johnny 5, 55 out of 99. I can't drive. 55. 256B. 55 out of 99. Yeah, I like Chrome 1. Angelo, I like the way Chrome 1 looks. I'd like that back. The Chrome 1 look. I have a few things on my wish list. If you want to hear my wish list, not that it matters, it's not really complaining. It's just my wish list. I wish Sapphire would be 2 series again. I think that would be a nice way to. I don't think Sapphire. I know they're trying to extend Sapphire because of its popularity. So I understand why they don't do it, but I wish they would go back to making it OS 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13 and 14, and then you're going to shit yourself 15 and 16. Oh my gosh, did you shit yourself or not? 15 and 16. 16 is the one that they made and didn't produce in 1989. 1989. They made it. They didn't produce it. OS 15 and 16. That would probably go down as the best Sapphire release ever. OS 15 and 16 with your Freddy Krueger cards and your Betty cards, your blasted Betties. Oh my goodness, that'd be sick. Your Abe Lincoln card. Oh my goodness. And then do some of the lost stuff they wouldn't let John Pound put out. 221B, 221B, 56 out of 75. Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, what did Kyle do? Did he do OS 7 characters? Yes. Megan Strainer, 254A, 17 out of 50. 254A, 17 out of 50. Chrome, my request with Chrome would be probably not to do sketches in Chrome. Nothing's wrong with sketches in Chrome, but sketches have always been a paper product. So if they're looking to make Chrome better, I'm not saying take the sketches away. It's fun to add more chase cards and stuff, but hone in on making Chrome better. Do Chrome like you did original Series 1, but make the odds quite a bit better. Hone in on the color parallels. We don't need to do a wave of each color, just one color. One color, a black, nice black color, nice, maybe hone in on that. You only do an orange, you only do a red. Why do we need two yellows, and two blacks, and two greens, and two purples? We don't need that. So cut out the waves, just do the cool colors, make it a nice clean rainbow, and make the odds decent. Make the odds semi-decent. We don't need to print the life out of it. So cut out the print the life out of it. Print it like Chrome 2 and 6, not like 4 and 5. Chrome 4 and 5 are the most produced. But do those white borders like they did with Chrome 1. That'd be pretty sweet. Hey, I got another request. Cut out the print lines. Can we figure that one out? That would be a beaut. Cut out the print lines. 213A, 23 out of 150. 23 out of 150. That's a 213A. That is the great and fabulous Robino on the auto wax. 23 out of 50. Let's go. Mix. So it's not all OS 7 characters. Okay. A mix bag. Yeah. I believe Chrome 7 will be well before summer. That is toe and Owen. They did originally. They said they moved it to a winter. Jeff Rocklet reported a while ago they moved it to a February-March release, and I think they're going to stick to that. But we'll see. I'm going to get a hold of my distributor this week and see if he has a date yet. They usually give them the dates a little bit earlier. 237B, 58 out of 75. Todd McMahon on the 58 out of 75. 237B. 4 base cards. There we go. Step aside over here. All right. Let's go. Gold completes the rainbow. Well, let's get you a gold. I am Calvert Card. I am, for those on Whatnot that don't know me, I've been doing GPK for about 10 plus years. I've been doing raffles and breaks on Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal. I originally started on GPK Live, but then that page died. Don't need to go into that. And I started my own page called Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal on Facebook. I offer breaks and raffles over there. I typically distribute out Sapphire product to other breakers. 254A, 41 out of 75. I do wholesale new product when it comes out, if it's afforded to me, if I have a chance to. 254A, 41 out of 75. I have a price guide I put out every month. I have quite a bit of product. I sell on eBay under Cowboy Tilly. Cowboy Tilly. That's where I started dealing Garbage Pail Kids. That's a red. That's a red. We are a gold. Nancy, you're going to get to track a rainbow today. Nancy, you're going to get a chance to track a rainbow. Wow. 5 out of 5, 213A. 5 out of 5. Boom. That's the great and fabulous Rabino on the 213A. 5 out of 5. Would you look at that? All right. So we're going to go center. Boom. Let's get this dialed in a little better. Yep. Angelo told me that he felt bad for pulling that one in a personal break. He said, I feel bad for Robin. I can't believe I did that to her. And I'm like, I know. You know what, Angelo? I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you, Angelo. Get rid of that guilt you were feeling. And I'm gonna pull her one in the following break. And he's like, that's cool, Scott. That's cool. That's really nice of you. I said, no problem. You know what? I take care of my peeps. 213A. That's right. I got you, Robin. I got you. See, look at that. Look at that. Everybody taken care of. Let's go. All right. We are a gold short of a picnic. What's a rainbow? A rainbow is where we hit every color that they make of this product in the break. And so far, the only thing we're missing. Crazy thing is, here's the crazy thing. We didn't hit a gold in the Sapphire 3 break either. What's going on with the gold? 249B. 249B, just like that. Lotta Carlotta. Let's go. 249B, 79 out of 150. But I do sell cases of product. I don't, right now, I do not have, people ask me, hey, I want some Chrome 5 or 6. I don't have cases of Chrome 5 or 6. I don't have cases of goo, bookworms, the newer stuff. I usually have that stuff in cases at the very beginning, but then I kind of step aside and just hone in on Sapphire and older paper releases, older stuff. What's a paper release? Well, they make multiple products with Garbage Pail Kids. This is a Sapphire product. No plates, no autographs, no sketches in Sapphire. Yet, anyway. I say yet. 240B, 42 out of 99. 240B, 42 out of 99. So, yeah, they don't do that with Sapphire. Sapphire is just about parallels, colored parallels. In my opinion, Sapphire card stock is some of the best card stock that you're going to find. It's really thick. It's got an awesome front cover. It's just the way they take an old Garbage Pail Kid product and kind of remaster it. I feel like the best remastered card is Sapphire. I'd argue that a Superfractor is probably the best way you could ever remaster a card. But getting a Superfractor in Chrome is tough business. That's I've opened hundreds of boxes of Chrome, and I've pulled I mean hundreds of cases, I should say, hundreds of cases of Chrome, and I have pulled none in Sapphire 1, or sorry, Chrome 1, none in Chrome 2, 1 in Chrome 3, 0 in Chrome 4, which is bizarre. I've ripped a ton of that shit. I even had Rusty rip the life out of it. Chrome 5, I pulled 1, and then I sent a hanger to Bob, and that's like, Bob got the hanger. He's like, what the fuck am I going to do with this, Scott? Wipe my ass with it? I'm like, just open it. You never know. And Bob opened it up, and he got a 1-of-1 Superfractor out of there. And I was like, geez, good thing you didn't wipe your ass with it. But anyway, he got a Superfractor out of that, which is bananas. The odds of that are like not good. Let's just say that. Not good. And then in Chrome 6, 2 Superfractors, 223B, 9 out of 99. I remember every single one of them because it's just so difficult to pull a Superfractor. But I would argue a Superfractor is probably the best way to remaster a GPK card. Just sick. Just sick the way they do them. I really like them. And Chrome 5, they're really cool. The Chrome 5 one, I was like, wow, They really screwed up a lot of the stuff with Chrome 5, but the super fractors they did. Nice. Real nice. Very nice. Boop. Out of a hanger. I pulled one. Jason Glenn, I pulled one out of Chrome 6 Blaster. Chrome 6 Blaster. And I think that one went to Ashley. 221B, 38 out of 150. 221B, 38 out of 150. I know. Angelo, I remember when you did that. I'm like, geez, Angelo. I opened, 100 cases of Chrome 4. Angelo opens one hobby box. Like, look what I got, Scott. I'm like, it happens. How about another orange? Manual labor. Manual labor. So I was back to the product configurations. What Chrome and Sapphire are different versions of a remaster job of the original stuff from when we were kids. And they have different things like 230B, 25 out of 25 on the 230B. Chrome has plates, autographs, now sketches. They didn't used to. That's the new thing. Plates, autographs, sketches. There's something else in there? I think that's it. Another purple. Wow, this break is heating up. It is heating up. Let's go. This is a nice one. This is a nice break. That is Creekbed Donnie. Creekbed Donnie on the closer. He was the Sapphire 4 closer this week. Sapphire 4 closer. That's a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 right there. 232A. That's a red. A 1 of 1. 2 purples. And how many boxes do we have left? Who picked these boxes out? Pam? These oranges down. Okay, I just got to take a deep breath here. And I got to do a box count. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. We have 16 boxes left. What the shit is going on here, Nancy? We've ripped 7 boxes and we're working on a double rainbow? What the shit is going on? What the shit is going on? Are we really going to do a double? If we get another red soon, I'm going to start talking double rainbow out of 23 boxes. That'd be bananas. Jason Glenn said, hold on, Gizmo's a little too excited about that. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. We'll see. We shall see. So far, we are off to arguably the hottest start that we've seen in a Sapphire 4 break. Arguably. Into box 7. Look at those stats, Nancy. Holy shitskis. 2 purples, 1 red, 1 of 1, and 3. 7 boxes. 3, 5, 6, 7. So every box. All right. Let's see if we get it for you. Gizmo. Here we go, Gizmo. Give him a sea biscuit. Give Gizmo a sea biscuit. Here we go. Okay, so the configurations are they do Sapphire, which is just the parallels. That's a black parallel. Unbolt head, 2 out of 150. Then they do Chrome, which they added sketches, plates, and autographs. And they look different. They have different parallels and stuff. And here's the other thing with Chrome is they add new characters that didn't exist back when these characters were. Like this is a new character here. This is a remastered. This is a Chrome version. So this guy shouldn't be in a Sapphire break. This is a Chrome card. He's a Chrome character. So it kind of defeats the purpose, but whatever. We'll take him. Unbolt head, 2 out of 150, 256B. This is actually a Chrome character that they put in Sapphire, which I'm like, that's really got my head scratching going, why would we do that? Why don't we make Sapphire characters if we're going to do that? Whatever. I don't know. What can I say? So then they make paper product. What is paper product? Paper product would be Bookworms, Food Fight, Late to School, Oh the Whore, Revenge of Oh the Whore, American is Apple Pie, 30th, 35th, all that good stuff. That is what's called paper product. In paper product, now they've added 1 of 1s. They actually, you can get 1 of 1s in paper product now, which didn't used to exist. So it makes the chase a little bit more fun. And you never know with paper product what the character is going to look like until they come out. Because it's always, for the most part, new characters. They always throw an atom bomb in there doing something. 241B, 241B, 39 out of 99. They always throw some sort of an atom bomb in there, some version. For whatever reason, they said, you know what, atom bomb, you're going to get the red carpet treatment for every release that we do. Every release we do. Although they didn't put an atom bomb in Sapphire 4. Probably because they have Mark Spark and they have Dynamite. That's why. Maybe that's why they did that. That's a black parallel. Chrome Factor Patty, 103. Oh, yes. Torch God. Torch God, you're right. C cards and air cards. Well, okay. Color air. Yeah, you're right. That's a new thing. C cards have been a thing. I love C cards, by the way. I've always been a fan of C cards. C cards have been from the beginning of even back to OS 4 and OS 2. OS 2. What's the name of the very first C card ever made? Printed in 1985. Fran was the first C card that they made. Fran. You got it right if you guessed Fran. 253B. 103 out of 150. 103 out of 150 on the 253B. That would be Fran. And then original Series 4 came out, and they had 4 C cards, 4 C characters. They did. We did. They made 2 different releases with 2 different print runs that had different names on them. Sherwood Forest, Nancy. You already, Nancy. I'm just gonna say 14 out of 75, Nancy, on the Sherwood Forest. All right, I'll tell you, it's 243B. You already knew that though. Yes. I haven't seen the AI video. Are you watching that on TikTok? TikToking us there, Jason Glenn, 243B, 14 out of 75. Thank you all for tuning in. You are watching one of the hottest breaks of Sapphire 4 we've had in a while. We've already rainbowed. We're not even halfway through the deck yet. This is exciting. Could it be possibly a double rainbow? You never know. You never know. We could be. You never know. Now, Jason Glenn, when I open it, does it come with a virus? Because I'm done with viruses. I am done. I'm almost done. I got to get this virus out of here. It's almost gone. It's almost gone. Not yet. We're going to hit gold. Gold soon. We got to hit the gold. Sapphire Jesus says, you haven't hit gold yet. We're going to hit a gold. No way. No way we're going to rip 35 boxes of Sapphire 3 and no golds, and then follow it up with 23 boxes of Sapphire 4 with no golds. That would be unheard of. That would be something strange in the neighborhood. Something very strange. 208B, 208B, 40 out of 99. 40 out of 99. That is a 247A. Uh-oh. I just got a pop-up, Jason Glenn. I already got a pop-up. Says, do you approve of this porn? Yes. No, I don't, Jason. Wow. No, don't say that to me, Jason Glenn. 247A. 247A, 15 out of 75. No. I'm not that into midgets, Jason Glenn. 247A. 247A. Let's go. So yeah, paper release. Typically they do 2 releases of paper per year. In 2024, they only did 1 paper release, and that was it. 1 paper release only. And it was Kids at Play. Kind of a mid release, kind of a low mid release. Wasn't as fantastic as we hoped, but whatever. 216B. It was a release nonetheless. At this point, we'd take Kids at Play 2 at this point. 216B, 146 out of 150 on the small. Let's go. Yeah. Angelo, what I'm going to do is he's going to ask that he's going to send me a check, a cashier's check for more than what he owes me. He'll send me a cashier's check for a little bit more. If I could just send him the difference now, if I could just send him the difference now, or even when I receive the cashier's check, that'd be fine. Just don't wait for the cashier's check to clear. Is all his only request. 240B, 14 out of 50. 14 out of 50. Just don't wait for that. And then there'll be a phone code that I'll have to give him. A special phone code to both. As stated earlier, no news on new releases. Jeff Rockle will break that news as soon as it's out. Jeff Rockle. Make sure and follow GPK News for the latest and greatest on GPK News. He is the Adam Schefter of GPK. He always is breaking the latest news stories. And the latest news is delay. But it does sound like there's rumors spreading of Chrome 7, maybe in late winter, early spring, 232A. I'm not spreading that rumor. I'm just helping push it. No. I am going to talk to my distributor this week. My distributor usually has information before, usually the main distributors will get the news before the public will. Usually. 232A, 73 out of 99. 232A, 73 out of 99. And he's a baseball guy though. He could give absolutely zero shits about Garbage Pail Kids. He always just tells me, he's like, Scott, whatever I can get in Garbage Pail Kids, you can have. Okay. Cold cut, 232B. 232B. But he's a middleman, though, so he's got to get his cut. He doesn't do it for free. He definitely doesn't do it for free. He wants his cut. So we'll see what his cut is this year. 232B, 23 out of 50. Fanatics was, they said they're going to be really cool, and they're going to cut out the middleman, which is me. I'm the middleman. I'm the wholesaler. I'm the bad guy, the boogeyman. Even though I would sell below retail price, they still made the wholesalers out to be the boogeyman. They're like the reason why you got to pay more for cards is because of distributors and wholesalers, and so we're going to cut them out. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll see how this goes. And so with some of their releases, you get the vibe they're cutting us out because we can't offer you prices at a discount. But then they're the only ones that sell them, and they're at full price. So I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I was the boogeyman. Turns out, all along, they were the boogeyman. 207B, 143 out of 150. Because I could sell 0 cases at full price when they're first released. 0. Because why would you buy from me when you can just go to the big box store and buy cases at full price and use your credit card and get credit card points? 207B, 143 out of 150. So I always would undercut the big box stores and cut into my margin, and I would sell them that way. And then Fanatics said, no, we're going to cut that out. We're going to cut that out completely. There's our gold. And what a beaut she is. Nancy, you're officially rainbow. Nancy, you've tracked a rainbow. There's your rainbow Sapphire Jesus, 213A. And it goes to the great and fabulous Robino right there. Robin Jenkins, come on down, 213A. Would you look at that, Robin? You got a 5 out of 5 and a 15 out of 15. Not too shabby. So once Chrome 7 comes out, I don't know if I'm going to do retail or hobby. But there you go. So retail, what is retail product? Retail product historically has been blasters, hangers, fat packs. So with Chrome 7, they'll probably do blasters and hobby boxes, probably only. That seems to be what they've been doing lately. So retail product would be blasters. And by the way, blasters with Chrome 6 were pretty good. I'm just saying, with a 40 box case, 40 blasters per case, you walked away with at least 40 hits. And in some cases more if you got a color air. So blasters are pretty solid. So hopefully they do solid blasters again with Chrome 7. I should have blaster cases for you. Retail on those is usually $800. I try to do them for 700 shipped, but we'll see. We'll see what my price is. Shoot, back in the day, the price for wholesalers and distributors was so good, I could do around $600 for a case. But they changed that. Fanatics said, "Oh no, we're going to be the good guys now. We're going to sell them." But you're not discounting them, Fanatics. You're not. You're not discounting. So we'll see what they decide to do here. 219B, 104 out of 150 on the 219B. 104 out of $1.50. So far, we got a gold, 2 purples, a red, a 1 of 1 Pad Paraja, and 3 oranges. And we have a total of 4, 8, 12. We are almost halfway through the break. Almost halfway through the break. We've already started with a purple. So now we just need a red, a 1 of 1, and a gold. So let's knock down one of those now. Not a green, Chrome Factor Patty, 50 out of 50, 253B, 253B, 50 out of 50, Chrome Factor Pate, 253B. So I should have blaster cases for sale. I'll try to beat David Adams. I'll try to beat the other big box stores on release. I don't keep inventory for long term when it comes to Chrome. I sell out of it, so I'm only going to buy enough to get the initial rush out the door. I won't be holding like cases after case for long term. That's for down the road when I get a chance to buy it later. But for the first month or so, and I'll probably offer blaster brakes and hobby brakes. Hobby products been interesting lately. Getting a hold of hobby at a wholesale price has been more challenging than retail. 229A, 53 out of 75. Fanatics has really cracked down on that. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll have it offered. If anything, I'll be able to get it to international buyers, but probably not local. Probably not local. And the reason why is that the price point wouldn't be what local participants would like. When I mean local, I mean United States, because you'll probably be able to get it shipped to you cheaper than I could offer. But international, most buyers internationally, they trust that I know how to ship to them internationally, and they don't trust a lot of the local box stuff. A little bit more of a challenge. 253B, 5 out of 99. 5 out of 99. There are some things that we can internationally work through to get it to you at a reasonable pace and avoid some of that extra cost they throw your way. At least I try to help. I try to help. Boom. 219B. 219B. 63 out of 99. Nancy, after this box, we're at the halfway point. I'm going to take a 1-minute break, regroup, slap myself with some cold water, and get my shit together. And then I'm going to take us home. That's a 219B, 63 out of 99. Big thank you, Nancy, for tracking with me today. Thank you, thank you. You can find Nancy tomorrow, ripping Chrome 3 on Mondays. Mondays are back. A case of the Mondays with Nancy. That is a West Mass. That's Allie Gator getting a 233A. Allie has gone to the Gator. Allie has gone to the Gator on the West Mass. 8 out of 75. 8 out of 75 on the 233A. Fuchsia, fuchsia, fuchsia. What is in store next? I know we got to have a big upper hit coming still. We're going to have another up. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling. George Washington. Boy, that spot just keeps hitting. What the shit's going on with this spot? Is that a spider leg? Is it trying to tell us something? I don't know. 219A, 131 out of 150. Yeah. So look at that. That spot. What the shit is going on here? The last 3 hits. Press Preston, George Washington, and Press Preston. what is really going on. Nothing but bass in your face. Ooh, how about a green? Metal Monte. 255A. 255A. 34 out of 50. 34 out of 50. If you're on Whatnot, you don't want to join Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal on Facebook. That's Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal on Facebook. That's totally fine. 255A, 34 out of 50. I can put break spots up on Whatnot for you to purchase so you can play in the break. You get every hit we pull in the break. And we're going to take a 1 to 2 minute break. I'm going to leave the stream up right now. I'll be right back. I'm going to change my gloves and get a glass of water, and then we're going to take it home. Survival mode. We made it through S3, MLB2, and now we're on to S4. This is definitely the Jordan flu game. Holy shit. All right, be right. BRB. BRB. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Nancy, you ready? Fresh set of gloves. Gloves. Gloves, gloves. Get these base cards out of the way real quick. Base. We could pull off a double rainbow. That truly would be the Jordan flu game right there. The Jordan flu game. Go. All righty then. Get my specs on. We are staring at some gloves hanging onto a box. Okay. We are looking at 3 oranges, 1 gold, 2 purples, a 1 of 1, and a red. And we still have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 boxes to go. That does not happen ever, ladies and germs. Ladies and germs, wait. I'm the germ. It's true. It's true, it's true. All right, get my gloves on. The gloves fit a little easier. I've lost some weight now that I've been sick for a week. Holy cow, it's the perfect diet. It's the perfect diet. Who needs Ozempic? You just need the bird shit flu. That's all you need.
Even more YouTube at youtube.com/YouTube.
No more. Let's see. Pink. This is called Spore Titten. Wow. Never heard of that band. Spore Titten. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, I've been sick. I've watched a lot of movies. I watched Cable Guy last night. That's always a fan favorite. That's where the hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again. That's Mark Spark, 38 out of 75, 238A. I also watched Inglorious Bastards. That was kind of fun. My son recommended I watch that one. That was an interesting movie. That was 238A, 38 out of 75. I watched The Big Short. Holy shit. I hadn't seen The Big Short. 238A, 38 out of 75. What? You got to watch The Big Short. You have to watch The Big Short. It's the guys. These guys bet against the housing market because they were the only adults in the room. At the time, the federal government just said, "Hey, however you want to write these loans," they were giving everybody loans back in 2003, 4, 5, 6. Anybody you could. It's called stated income, liar loans. Whatever, whatever you said you made, you made. They didn't verify your income. 247A, 247A, 41 out of 50. Rusty Heap. So I kind of thought that was interesting, especially when my lender. So back in, let's see, 2006, yes, 2006, this slick home loan guy. I get a hold of him and I'm like, hey, there's this house I really want. At the time, I didn't have that much money. I didn't. I had no business buying a $500,000 house, and I didn't buy it. He goes, hey, you want that house? He goes, it's going to appreciate so much that you could just borrow against it to make your own payments. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. He goes, I can get you a loan for the house that you want to buy. And I'm like, for a $500,000, I qualify? He's like, oh, yeah. He goes, it's called a liar loan. I was like, what? A liar loan? He's like, well, stated income. You state whatever income you make. It won't be verified. Don't worry about it. 250A, 114 out of 150. And we went back and forth. I was like, dude, I don't know. This just seems like a bad move for me. I don't have a pot to pee in, and I'm buying a $500,000 home. It's like, oh, suit yourself. I can get it for you. 250A, 114 out of 150. At the end of the day, I passed on the house. And a couple of years later, that house, it appreciated slowly, and then it dropped about $200,000 in value because of the housing market collapse. And after I watched The Big Short, I watched The Big Short on, I think I watched it on HBO or something. Um, and it reminded me of that mortgage guy that was telling me back then, don't worry about how much money you make. That's insignificant. I'm like, what do you mean it's insignificant? Shouldn't it matter how much money I make to get a loan for a house? He's like, oh, don't worry about it. Well, if you watch The Big Short, you'll see what happened is that I was one of the few people that said no to getting what's called a subprime loan, a junk loan, variable rate. And what happened in 2008, we all know by now, that was a little while ago. But the whole fucking market collapsed because it was all built on a house of cards. And then the government bailed out the big banks. It was fraudulent loans everywhere. And the big banks didn't really suffer because of it. And they just pretended like it was no big deal. It's like, oh, yeah, it collapsed, total collapse. Okay, we'll bail you out. 234B, 3,699. But it was totally predicted by a couple of these big hedge fund guys. Well, they weren't that big at the time, but one guy, what was it, $3 billion? He just bet. He shorted the housing market because he saw the data, which should have been seen by at least the federal government. They should have at least seen it. You'd think. But instead, so it breaks it all down. It breaks it down. The Big Short, I watched it when I was at the peak of my fever and just like total like out of it. But they broke it down so well that I could actually track and follow how they maneuvered this stuff, and it's fantastic to watch now. But I'll tell you, in 2007 and 8, that was some tough sledding. 243A, 4 out of 150. 4 out of 150, 243A. But yeah, that was so that was probably the best movie that I watched so far during my sickness. If anybody else has one, because I'll probably watch football today, but I'll probably be back to a movie tomorrow. 243A, 4 out of 150. Elite treat. Yeah. No, if you had basically if your FICA score was over like 580, oh, you filed bankruptcy, but it was 2 years ago. Oh, that's plenty of time. Here's a $500,000 house. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 244A. Welcome, Matt. 67 out of 75. Yep. That was and I live in the Portland area, Portland, Oregon area. I'm just outside of Portland, 25 minutes, and we had a pretty sizable bubble here during that time too. 244A, 67 out of 75. But yeah, I was just glad that I didn't take that guy up on his loan. But those what they were doing is those lenders were packaging really shitty products like subprime products and then reselling them. They just kept moving the shit, moving it, and that's what he was offering me was a really shitty product that once it matured, it was a variable rate, then it was going to just hammer me, and I was like, oh man, that would have taken me out at the knees. So luckily I steered clear of that. 230A, 40 out of 99. But it did, when I watched that movie, it just, they actually had a guy, they interview some of the lenders that were doing these shady loans. And I'm like, that's the guy. That's the guy that was talking to me on the phone about, hey, Gizmo has a credit score of 600. We could give Gizmo this loan. And Jason Glenn's like, no. Gizmo said no. He bit the guy. He bit him right in the face. 4 base cards. He bit him right in the face. Gizmo. They did actually. I joke on that, Jason Glenn, but they actually in the movie, there's a scene where they come around and talk to one of the renters, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna get evicted because the landlord's not paying," and he tells the guy the name of the landlord, and it's his dog. It's the landlord's dog. 236B, 82 out of 150. So the dog actually got a loan. A dog got a loan on a house, and then the dog stopped paying, I guess. The dog stopped paying 4 base cards. They foreclosed on the dog. Unreal. So Gizmo did get foreclosed on, but luckily he had a cruise to go on after that. Yeah, some wild stuff. 08, 07 through 2010. We lived through a wild time financially for the financial market. That was never seen since the Great Depression. 256A. And what was going on in GPK? 2007 was the end of A&S. A&S ended in 2007. 256A, 140 out of 150. 140 out of 150. And I believe they did not. Did they not do a print run in 08? I know they started Flashback 1. I think they did Flashback 1 in 2010. So I don't think they did a release during the really rough time of 08 and 09. I don't think we got a Garbage Pail Kid release during those. Am I wrong? Did we get a release during there that I'm not thinking of? 229A. Oh, you got it. Okay. 229A, 30 out of 50. 229A, 30 out of 50. I don't think in 08 and 09 they did one. Hold on. They got my Flashback 1 blaster. I got one sitting right here. I got one just sitting around. Here we go. Let's see. Yes. 2010. So they did take off 2008 and 9. Holy cow. Hold on. Oh, Nancy. Hang on, Nancy. My, jeez. I'm talking so much. Both of my. There we go. 19 and 4%. That's where I am. Normally, my phones can make it through a break, but when I'm going this slow, you never know. It's like, oh my God. Now he's talking about the housing crisis. Jeez Louise. So 2008 and 9, they did not make Garbage Pail Kids look like. Because in 2010 is when Flashback came out. A lot of squirrels. 250. Remember, Nancy, I have Medicine Head. 215B. Nervous Nelly. That's a 41 out of 99. 41 out of 99. 41 out of 99. 215B. Yeah. Actually, that's an orange. Loose Stools. 222B. Where's the Troy Toys? Loose Spring 1925. 222B. 222B. We are now up to 4 oranges. We still have 8 boxes to go. Wow, Nancy, this break's not going to end, is it? 222B, 19 out of 25. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, but no, talking to this guy was like, man, you should get in the mortgage business. He was telling me about all these houses he owned and all this and that. I was like, wow, sounds like subprime loans. Paying the bill. And now I heard they're starting to offer them again. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's go down that rabbit hole. Everybody gets a subprime. Gizmo, get in line for your subprime. All right, box 15. This is box 16, I guess. Black Parallel. Casper and Ben Gasperin, 228A. Casper. This break started off white hot, and the middle was white hot too. But now we're in the cooler, 228A. We're in the chrome cooler count. No, an 85 out of 150 on the Black Parallel. Another orange. Total Todd McMahon on the 237A. 237A. Total Todd. 9 out of 25 on the 237A. Let's go. Oranges are popping. Four base. Black Parallel. Troy Toy. The Troys are coming out to play. There's the Troy. About time. No more loose stools. We're getting some Troys. 222A. 18 out of 150. 18 out of 150. Let's go. Let's get it. Make sure and give me a follow on Whatnot. Usually, I'm not pulling off the Jordan flu game. Normally, our normal operation. I'll go over my normal operation. 236A. Trina Kleina. 236A. 38 out of 99. 38 out of 99. Let's go. I mailed red and purple leaf trees, and now they are long. What? Nancy, say it isn't so. Oh my goodness, Nancy. They'll be found. It's holiday time. I've had mail take forever during the holiday time. I got a story about Adam Malice, the Malice in the Palace. I sent him a card, and it showed it made it to LA, and then that was the end of it. So I waited a month, and then I reported that the card was, or the package was lost. And they said, whatever. I filled out the form, submitted it, and like 2 days later, Adam's like, dude, it just showed up in the mail, just out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know. Whenever people say their mail's lost, eh, pretty rare, pretty rare. I ship a ton. You guys know that I ship a ton. So if I was that concerned about shipping and lost packages, I'd probably lose my shit by now. But 223B, 88 out of 150. It's been pretty bulletproof for a couple years. Couple years has been pretty solid with people getting their stuff. Now that doesn't mean it doesn't show up perfect, or it's not beat up a little bit, or you know. But with the strapping tape that no one can open, you'll never know if what I ship you is in good shape or not, because I use that strapping tape and you'll never get it open. 226B, cheap stools. It's cheap stools. 129 out of 150. 226B. 226B. Cheap stools. Let's go. 4 base. And how about a newly dead at 250A? 74 out of 99. 74 out of 99. 250A. Boom. Oh, delivered. Oh, ooh. Okay, I got another story. I got another story. 250A, 74 out of, about that, Nancy. I had an eBay, which is tricky, but I had an eBay package, signature required, and it showed delivered. And the eBay buyer was like, "Guy, I didn't sign for it. I didn't get it. It was a new carrier. A new carrier. Put it behind the guy's fence. They call it the local. I called the local post office where it was delivered. I said, dude, you got to help me out here. This is like a $2,000 card." And he's like, okay, let me look up and see who the driver was. Like, oh, it was a new guy. Let me get a hold of the new guy. He sent the new guy out to the house to talk to the owner. 232B, 53 out of 75. And the new guy remembered where he put it. And the package was behind the fence. Behind the fence. Like, he's like, dude, why wouldn't you just knock on my door? He goes, well, you weren't home. He's like, yeah, but it's signature required. He's like, yeah, my bad. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so he got it, but it showed delivered. He got it a couple days later. So I mean, it's just weird shit like that. I don't know. Weird shit like that. Oh, it is a TikTok. I saw that, Jason Glenn. It's a TikTok. All right, we're down to 5 boxes behind, 6 right here. Let's go. That is a radar gun. Radar gun. 240A. 63 out of 75. 63 out of 75. Oh yeah, yeah, I do sometimes. 240A, 63 out of 75. I always tell folks, if you live in a shady area, or if you have a bad driver, or maybe not a bad driver, but a new driver, or inconsistent, let's do signature required. And if you're really, really nervous about something, do adult signature required, and then they have to handle their business there. That's like $8 to add the adult signature required. 252B, 97 out of 99. October. Wow. That's an aqua blue. How do you do? Yeah, no, Nancy, you got bamboozled again. They give you that free 100 only. They give you the free 100. That's a black parallel. Unbolt head. 256B. 256B. All right, we are just getting singles on the upper hits. We got a single red, a single 1 of 1, a single gold, doubles on the purple, and then a slew of oranges. 256B, 67. 67 out of $1.50. Still got 5 boxes left, though. Still a chance for a double rainbow, but man, it slowed down. Slowed down. I heat up. I'm not supposed to cool down. Yes, I am today. Yes, I am. I'm gonna watch some football. I'm already getting word that one of my picks is looking Sally. That's not good. I don't like that. Oh, Jesus switched over here. Nancy, look at that. Jesus is popping up all over the place. That's a black parallel. Chrome Pactor Patty. 250. He's sneaking up on us. Nancy, he's sneaking up. Now he's over here. Now he's popping up over on this side. Next thing you know, he's going to be on YouTube popping around. He's trying them all up. That's a 36 out of 150. 36 out of 150. Let's keep on keeping up. Oh, you got a new picture too, Jesus. What is that a picture of? I can't see it. What is that a profile picture of? Well, welcome back. Oh, read which one? This one? Oh, your kids. Oh. That is a 253B, 36 out of 150. 36 out of 150. All right. Wow. Well, Sapphire Jesus, hope you're doing well. Glad you're back. We missed you. Glad you're back. Hopefully we'll start seeing your Whatnot show popping up again. Sapphire Jesus. Some people are like, hey, we can't have Sapphire Jesus leave Whatnot show and Calvert Cars. I say, well, I'm trying to come back. I just, this hooker got me really sick. Really sick. Who knew? It's like, I watched Forrest Gump again, too. I felt like Jenny when she came back from all of her rough riding. When Jenny came home, that's the shape I'm in right now. 252B, 65 out of 150. The great Helene, 252B, 65 out of 150. Yeah. I am basically Jenny when she comes back to see Forrest. Who's that over there? That's Little Forrest. Oh, Little Forrest? Yeah. I like his name. 250A, 13 out of 150. 13 out of 50. That's JT Low on the 250A. 13 out of 50. 13 out of 50. Not out of 150. That's a green. Yeah. Nope. I am Jenny right now. Although Jenny didn't make it through it. Jenny didn't make it through it. 4 base. I wonder if Forrest Gump would have shorted the housing market in 08. Probably. I think he would have. They should have added that into the movie. Forrest shorted the housing market. That's the Aqua Blue. Muddy Mod 244B. 99 Loof balloons. 99 Loof balloons on the 244B. 244B. Nancy, I'm still not hearing any word about GrossCon. I figured now that I got this out of the way, I could go back to Vegas and I'd be safe. 244B. You always want to go to Vegas after you have the flu. Then you're Vegas protected. You're protected from all that Vegas has to offer. It's not true. It's not true, but it's close. Roy Bot has not been pulled. Sapphire Jesus that we're aware of. No one said it. No one's brought that up. 255B, 71 out of 150. I don't think any one of ones in Sapphire 2 have been pulled since I last did, if I remember right. I know that they were doing 255B, 71 out of 150. Yes. Yes, Nancy. I said it. I said 99 Loof balloons. 99 Loof balloons. 99 Loof balloons. Did you not get my reference to 99 Loof balloons? She's like, I've had enough of this guy. Had enough. I can't take it anymore. Well, Nancy, you got 4 more boxes if you can do it. If you can do it, if you can stomach it. Box thing. There we go. Here we go. Can we double rainbow? Let's find out in the next 4 boxes. It's a 4-box two away to a double rainbow. Let's get it. That's a black parallel. Handy Andy, 230B. Handy Andy on the 230B, 64 out of 150. City 4 out of 150. We're going to do a hit review, and then that is it. I'm going to go die. I'm going to go lay in bed and die. And I need Forrest Gump to take care of me, though. Jenny, I'm tired. Forrest, I'm tired. I'm tired of your stories. That is 239A. Geriatric, 239A. 71 out of 99. 71 out of Z99. 99. Loose. 99. Oh, yes, you are, Nancy. You earned it. You earned the whole corn cob pipe and the button nose. And 208. 208A. 208A. Joel Ho. The Pirate's Life for me. That is a 137 out of 150. 137 out of 150 on the 208A. Yeah. You know, I think I have bed sores from being in bed all week, but you know what? Now sitting up's helped. 256B. 256B. That is a green, unbolted, 18 out of 50. 18 out of 50 on the 256B. Oh, yeah. Been piling up some greens. Let me get these base out of the way real quick. They're kind of climbing all over me. Let's go. Almost done. There. Let's do it. Here we go. Take us home tonight. Take me home tonight. Oh, nothing there. Let's go. We'll be back on Friday. Probably not tomorrow, but I might surprise you with the Whatnot show tomorrow, but probably not. We'll see. If I have a Christmas miracle and I feel good enough, I'll do it. Otherwise, it'll be the next Monday. Let's see. Friday is Sapphire 1, 3 boxes, 212A, 66 out of 75. 66 out of 75 on the 212A. 212A, Nancy, 66 out of the 75. Ooh, how about a green? Pooh, what? Poodale. That's Mr. Lamb Chop. Robert Lambert, come on down and get your Poodale. 251A. 251A, 31 out of 50. 31 out of 50. So Friday, Sapphire 1 break, 3 boxes. That'll be at 4:30 on the West Coast. Saturday, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. on Saturday, 35 boxes, Sapphire 3. And then about 8:30, we'll be doing a black parallel, 226A, Pierce Pearl. 226A, Pierce Pearl, 81 out of 150. So Saturday will be 23 boxes of Sapphire 4, 23 boxes of Sapphire 4, 226A. And then, of course, on Sunday, we will have an MLB2 break of 3 boxes, MLB2. So back to our normal schedule. And then Dynamite, 24 of 99. 99. It's a 250B, 24 of 99 on the Dyna. You say Vadina. I say Vadina on the Dynamite. 4 base. 2 boxes left. 2 boxes left for the show. Let's go. All right, here we go. The final 2. So yeah, and then of course, other Sapphire breakers out there in the Calvert Cards family. That would be Wednesday. Postcards from the Edge. Postcards from the Edge is breaking 6 boxes of Sapphire 4. Sapphire 4 on Wednesday. That'll be the evening. Look for Postcards from the Edge. You can find him on the breaks page. And then Creek Ped Donnie. That's Donnie and Vicky. They are running 3 boxes of Sapphire 4 every Thursday. Every Thursday. And that is about it for Sapphire 3 and 4 breaks. Calvert Cards, Edgerly, and Creekbed Donnie that I'm aware of anyway. 207A. 207A. 145 out of 150 on the 207A. I will add Sapphire 2 breaks back, but I just don't have enough boxes right now to get too excited about 207A. 145 out of 150. I need at least 100. I need at least 100 to really get the juices flowing. And so that'll probably happen. Like late spring, early summer. 242B. I'll do another run of Sapphire 2 at some point. 242B. 242B. Ryan. 6 out of 75. 6 out of 75 on the 242B. That is a fuchsia. Boom, 4 base. And then, of course, tracker extraordinaire, Fancy Nancy, as mentioned before. She is breaking tomorrow at 6:30 West Coast time on GPK Breaks page on Facebook. Nancy breaks exclusively on Facebook. Since I got the whole group banned from YouPorn and Pornhub, she's not able to expand over there. So she is exclusive on Garbage Pail Kid Breaks. You can find that group on Facebook, and that's where Nancy and Edgerly break. Donnie and I break on Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the Real Deal. 211A, 87 out of 99. That goes to Gizmo. That goes to Gizmo. Oh my goodness. Nancy, you're going to give it to Brienne? She gets the whole day. Oh my goodness. Oh my. A black parallel. Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Cherry Poppin' Daddies on the 238B. 007. 007 out of 150. That's a 7 out of 150. 238B. 238B. All right, ladies and germs. Oh, that's right. I'm the germ. I am the germ. We have one more box to go. Here we go. And then we're going to do a hit review. Boom. Let's put that rainbow a little further back. There's that. Boom. All right. But I forgot to do this last go. So I'm going to do it right now real quick. Boom. Let me pull this up just so you guys can see it. Here is the page. Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the Real Deal. And I post the breaks over here. And it tells the breaks times, which I've already done anyway. But the open spots for upcoming week ahead. Here we go. Your open spots. Sapphire 1. Open spots 2A and B. John and Ray. Randy and Robert. And Roger and Peter. That's 2, 35, and 61 in Sapphire 1. The price is $80 for John and Ray, $25 for Randy and Robert, and Roger and Peter is $30. I can post those on Whatnot if you want to buy them on Whatnot. Sapphire 3, the open spots are Willie and Spencer, Milton and Louie, Aaron and Jean, Mel and Ross, Tess and Patty, Nancy and Rosalind on the 194. That's an open pad spot. 96 is Dolly and Neil, Rupert and Gus, Ruthie and Flossie, 211 open pad spot, and Milton and Max. The spots on those are all around, right around $50 a spot. You get any hits pulled during the break. And then on Saturday as well, the Sapphire 4 break, we have open spots 211 A and B. That still has a pad out there. And you know every time Jason Glenn drops a spot the next week, a pad hits. So make sure and pick that spot up just so you can say, Gizmo, this could have been yours. 217 is open. Trashy Trudy and Rose Disposed. 221, Crack Crystal and Shrill Jill. That's a pad spot. 226 is also a pad spot. Who doesn't want the cheap stool? 232 and 234. Those are your open spots for the week ahead. I can put those up on Whatnot if you want to buy them. You can buy them now or later or whatever. But they are also offered on Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal. Right there. There you go. I forgot to do that at the end of the Sapphire 3 break. And now we're ready to rumble. Final box right here. Good luck, everybody. Thank you for dealing with me today. Nancy, I really appreciate you. I know that wasn't easy. It's not easy being sleazy. It's just not. It's not. It's not. Get it? I'm saying it's not, Nancy. Not. Oh, she's like, I am so done. So done. There's not enough weed to go around. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Box number 23. Let's find some loving for somebody. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Here we go. Here we go, and we go. We scoop and score a Poodle 251A. That goes to Robert Lamb Chopping. Chopping with Robert on the Poodle 29 out of 75. 251A. 251A. Boom. For those that tuned in late, we got a rainbow early. Right off the bat, we got a 101. I had to put my Hickory Dickory Dock glasses on. My Andrew Dice Clay glasses. 242A. And I can see it was a fuchsia. No, I can see it was a 101. 242A, 145 out of 150. That's Ryan Harris's favorite gal. Clean Marine, 145 out of 150. 242A. Let's go. All righty then. I am going to go lay my ass down as soon as I'm done with these packs. But first, I have to do a hit review. This will go down in history as the Jordan flu game break. Got a rainbow right off the bat. The Jordan flu game. 244B. 23 out of 50. Muddy Mod on the 244B. 23 out of 50. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for waiting a couple days before I could deliver that red that Angelo stole from you. He stole it. He thieved. Oh, would you look at that? We're going to end with a gold. 4 out of 15. 215B. Who got the nervous Nelly? I want to say, I got to look. Oh, that's Helene. Helene did. Helene scooped and scored right at the end. 4 out of 15, 215B. Nice scoop and score for Helene. 215B. 4 out of 15. 2 golds, 2 purples, 1 red, 1 of 1. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you. Everybody stay well out there. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Hopefully I didn't get you guys sick through the phones, maybe. Are they 4G now? All right, let's do a hit review. Hit review. Big thank you to Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. All right, here we go. I actually have these color coordinated. Shrill Jill, Lotta Carlotta, Otto Wack, Coy Roy, Shrill Jill, George Washington, Geriatric, Shish Kebab, Tin Trudy, Clean Marine, Cherry Blossom, Overflow, Pierce Pearl, Joel Holt, Handy Andy, Restore. I know, Helene. I thought Liquid Metal, Propactor Patty, Unbolted, Cheap Stool, Lily Popped, Troy Toy, Casper Gasper. Man, giving you guys bad glare over there. Silvery Seymour, Suckin' Sybil, Lee Tree, Newly Dead Ed, George Washington, Crest Preston, Moist Joyce, Small Saul, Crumpactor Patty, and Unbolted. That's your black parallels. Those are the low-hanging fruit. Now we're going to climb up the ladder to the Aqua Blues. How do you do's? And in Aqua Blues, we're going to go like this. Lollipoppy. Again, Whatnotters. If you want to purchase any of those spots, let me know. Seymour, you can send me a direct message on Whatnot Dynamite, or you can just join Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal. Geriatric, Buddy Mod, Liquid Metal, Newly Dead Ed, Trina Cleaner, Nervous Nelly, Medul Labor, Bert Cage, Press Preston, Propactor Patty, Pam Ham, Teed Off Tom, Jose KDC, Lily Popped, Eavesdropping, Unbolted, and John. John. Alrighty then. Now let's gas up our way to the fuchsias. Fuchsia, fuchsia, fuchsia. Here we go, the fuchsias. Poodale. Dry and Right. Uplifted Clifton. Radar Gun. Cole Cut. Welcome Matt. Mark Spark. West Mess. Clara Stair. Rusty Heat. Sherwood Forest. Megan Strainer. Toe and Owen. Shrill Jill. Loose Stools. Nog Nora. And Manny Lenny. All right. Now we're teetering on up us. Teetering on Appas. Here we go with the teeter job. All right. Muddy Mod, Poodale, Unbolted, Newly Dead Ed, Clara Stair, Rusty Kahip, Metal Monty, Chrome Factor Patty, Cold Cut, Eavesdropping, Megan Straighta. All right. Now it's time. Ma, you on Appas, Ma? You are on Appas, Ma. Here we go. Here's the oranges. How many oranges do we get? 5 oranges. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that true? Wow. 11 Appas. We got 11 Appas. Here we go. Claire Stair. Total Todd. Loose Spring. West Mess. And Manuel Labor. All right. Now it's time for the golds. We only scooped and scored 2. We got 2. Helene got 1. And Robin got 1. Would you look at that? A couple of the ladies of GPK take down some Appas. Now we're moving on to Donnie got a purple. And so did the Gong Show. Here's your purples. We got a 6 out of 10 and a 5 out of 10. Nice purplish. And now it's time for the heavy steppers. Here comes the heavy steppers. You never want to follow them on a footbridge, but here we go. We got an auto whack. 5 out of 5, 213A. There's one heavy stepper right there. And a 236B. Sucking Sybil. 1 out of 1. Right there. Your red and your pad Paraja. All right. Good luck, everybody, in your NFL games today. And I'll see you guys probably. You'll probably see me a little bit during the middle of the week. Probably not tomorrow and whatnot. I really wanted to, but I just don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I can. All right, guys. Have a good Sunday. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you to all the folks that watched on Whatnot. Thank you to all the participants that play in my breaks. I appreciate every single one of you. And from Calvert Cards, we are alive. We are alive. Not well, but alive. All right, take care, everybody. See you soon on the boards.